Right, microphone. Full name.
Full name?
Full name, go for it.
Steven James Roseman McLeish.
Wonderful. How old?
36, 37. Pick one. 36 sounds good.
36.
21.
Right. You feel 21. Where are you from originally?
Originally, I'm from the East End of Glasgow.
East End of Glasgow. And married with family?
Yes, I have been married for just over 13 years to my wife, Caris. We've got a little boy called Elijah Knox, who is 3.5 just now.
Super.
And my wife is, I think, 3.5 months pregnant, expecting our next
Well, praise
baby
God
boy.
for that. Right,
Yeah.
wonderful, encouraging. We'll pray for that. So you've been here before. Tell us about some of the, well, before we come to some of the ministries. Stephen, were you always a Christian?
No.
Right. How did you become a Christian?
So I wasn't brought up as a Christian at all, not because we didn't want it just wasn't a thing. In my family it was you were either Protestant or Catholic, which meant you were either a Rangers fan or a Celtic fan. So you're basically handed a football strip, that was kind of it, that was our religion. And then when I was about 14 I went to a youth group for about a year, and then one night a guy really shared the gospel, which I didn't know what that was at the time, in a really down-to-earth way.
Right,
I never
okay.
heard it before. And just says, hey, would you like to become a Christian? Thought it was going to be like a gym membership,
Right.
but I'm still here.
Good, good.
That was it.
Wonderful. Can you tell us some of the ministries that you've done since you become a Christian?
Yeah, because I gave my life to Jesus through a youth group. I became a youth pastor basically when I was like 16, and done that for like 15 years in various ministries and churches and things like that. And then we done evangelism kind of globally, which we came to you guys at one point called Make Jesus Famous, and we also started a church in Kilmarnock called Renew Church, and then lockdown and all that stuff happened, and now I head up the leprosy mission.
Okay.
So a bit of a journey.
Right, wonderful. Final question, can you share one or two things which encourage you because you see God at work, even now, when people think we see very little of God? Could you share one or two things on that?
The first thing that comes to mind, how God uses us all, and every day I'm just like, God, are you sure you want to use me? I've got ADHD, dyslexia, bipolar, and I'm very self-aware of how imperfect I am. So it blows me away that God would still work through me and use me to bless others. I really feel like I've hit the jackpot when I really focus on that.
Good. The faithfulness of God. Excellent. Thank you, Stephen. Right. Well, before you bring the message to us, we'll stand.